Fantastic. Well, welcome everybody to the Smarter Than Money afternoon overview. My name is Greg. We're going to go ahead and get started here. I want to welcome all the guests to this short, brief, but very impactful overview that I'm going to be sharing with each and every one of you. I want to welcome the guests wholeheartedly on behalf of the Smarter Than Money team. And I want to encourage you guys to really get to a quiet location. Put your head and heart on sponge, because what we're getting ready to share with you is absolutely unbiasedly the best, the greatest project on the planet for the masses, bar none. And we feel very, very confident that after you digest and hear this information, you're going to feel the exact same way. And you're going to want to go and talk to anyone that you know and love about this amazing project, because we're absolutely changing the world. And we're going to show you how to create your own bank on the blockchain. But before we do that, let me tell you guys what Smarter Than Money is all about. We are a decentralized autonomous organization. And basically, we're a group of people from different parts of the world, if you will. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have millionaires, we have bishops and pastors, we have stay-at-home moms and dads. We have people from every corner of the world that's a part of our organization represented. And our whole goal and focus is to show people all around the world how to become smarter than money. And simply put, is that we want to show you how to have a one-time out-of-pocket going to work for you in such a way that you no longer have to punch a clock, or if you want to use to raise funds for your great business idea, if you will, or if you want to raise funds for a specific charity, whatever it is that you need, we're going to show you how to become smarter than money versus you working for money. We're going to show you how to have money working powerfully for you. And what we're able to do as an organization is we partnered up with a gentleman. I'm going to show you guys this here real quickly. His name is David T. Rosen, pictured in your screen right here. Just give you a little bit of background. Right now, he's performing a Youth Day event in this picture here. This gentleman was homeless, okay, in 2000, and borrowed some money from a friend of his, and because he had this idea, this system in place that he wanted to execute. By 2001, he became a multi-millionaire. He was able to bring on board roughly over 1 million people around the world from 172 different countries, and basically moved $1.1 billion through the ecosystem. It changed a lot of people's lives, but he knew that he can do better, and he was able to create a system that I'm going to be sharing with you guys here in a second. But the reason why I want you guys to see this picture is because I want you to understand that we're not hiding here. We're completely above board. You can see he's flanked by 2 police officers. So just to let you guys know that this is the real deal Holyfield, and we're about the business of changing people's lives. You can see some of the banners here. This was in downtown Ontario, where he hosted this Youth Day event. We're headquartered out of Barbados, if you will. And one of the things I want you guys to really pay attention to when you're looking at these photos is the banner. Right here it says, money for everything, money for everyone. That's a pretty bold statement, but we mean that wholeheartedly. What I'm going to share with you, okay, is a way for people all across the world. If you can fog up a mirror, we're going to be sharing with you a project that you can have money for everything that you want. Have 7 days of Saturday. Wake up when you get through sleeping. Truly create a life by design rather than living one by default. And I'm qualified to share this with you guys as somebody that's been involved in various industries, a 7-figure earner in the network marketing space. This is not network marketing. I've done high ticket sales. I have real estate holdings. I had a corporate background with a Fortune 40 company. So I'm qualified to share this information with you that this is the greatest project on the planet for the masses. And so let me break down what the system that he created. It's a cooperative cash flow business model. And let me show you guys how this actually works here. Let me go and get my pointer here. The white squares represents owners and the clear square represents employees, okay? So when you look at the centralized structure that we're all familiar with, we have an owner at the top. It could be a CEO or a boss, and then you have maybe a president, vice presidents, regional and district managers, and then there's employees at the bottom. Typically, this is the shape of every institution, whether it's a corporate institution, your job, if you will, religious institutions, network marketing corporations, things of that nature. This is the typical structure, and this was before the blockchain. Well, as a consequence of blockchain, this is the business model that David has created with the company we've associated ourselves with, where now you become an owner in a decentralized environment, peer-to-peer, and we're talking about the end of bosses having to punch a clock in answer to somebody else's calling. And so he created this system because here's the deal. He said, listen, if you guys are going to bring the economic value to this project, we want to share that economic value with each and every person that becomes a part of our DAO. And what a DAO is, so that you understand how powerful this is think of it like a company, if you will, with no boss or CEO, and all the workers have equal say in shares in say, that's what this is all about. And we're going to show you guys how to get your piece of the action, okay? So moving forward, let me break it down. This is about the Co-op wallet. How many of you have maybe a PayPal account or a Cash App account or a Zelle account, a Coinbase account, all right, a Chime account? All of these different wallets are called digital wallets. Wallets are disrupting traditional banking. There's going to come a day and time where none of us are going to have to walk into a physical bank to take care of our mundane banking transactions. But the most important question is this: how many of these digital wallets that you're supporting are paying you to be in their ecosystem? Well, this is a cooperative crowdfunding platform, and what it does is it empowers all the members within our ecosystem to receive daily royalty deposits for simply referring people to open up a co-op wallet account, essentially a bank on the blockchain. Let me repeat. The companies want to pay you daily residual royalty deposits for simply referring people to do something that they're already doing. They have a PayPal account, a Cash App account, a Zelle account, or whatever the case may be, to open up a co-op wallet account. And so what Co-op Wallet is, it's the world's first private Web 3.0 decentralized wallet. It's going to allow each and every one of us to receive ongoing for any of our personal needs, our business needs, our charitable needs. You're able to receive and send money between other Co-op Wallet users, just like how Cash App does and things of that nature. And you're able to withdraw your money on a daily basis. I can tell you personally, I've been able to receive over 80,000 deposits, and I've been able to withdraw my money flawlessly. It works as advertised. People, this is insane. But the thing that has us all jacked, that has our community on fire, is the simplicity. Now, what all the guests are really pulled in here, the best part of it is that it takes completing 2 simple steps one time that anyone, and I mean anyone that can fog up a mirror, can do. And these 2 simple steps done one time will trigger unavoidable residual cash flow that you desire. I'm going to show you guys how this actually works. I'm going to talk to you guys about the 2 simple steps. So I want to encourage all the guests, really pull in here, remove any distractions. This can change your life, okay? Here are the 2 steps. Number 1, all you're required to do is buy 4 Co-op Wallet activation tokens for a one-time out-of-pocket of $364 plus exchange fees. Now, what you get for that are 3 $25 activation tokens. These basically open up a Co-op Wallet account, and 1 $250 activation token. Now, we have 2 options. We have what I call best and good. I'm showing you guys the best way. I will show you guys the good way at overview, but it's a one-time out-of-pocket. Now, what you're going to then do is step number 2. Once you got your 4 tokens, you're going to simply choose 3 of your closest friends or coworkers or family members to give a $25 Co-op Wallet activation token to within 7 days or less, just one time. And you're going to only give it to those 3 friends who commit to turn around and each doing steps 1 and 2 one time themselves only. That's it. You are done. And we spell done R-I-C-H. Now, let me show you guys the numbers. This is with mathematical certainty. There is no guesswork. We're not trading. We're not speculating. This is a choice and not a chance. So let me show you guys how this works. So within 7 days, you go ahead and give 3 $25 activation tokens to 3 of your closest friends just one time who commit to doing the exact same thing. Within 7 days, what ends up happening is you're going to receive $260 in monthly unavoidable residual cash flow directly deposited in your very own Co-op Wallet account. Okay? Now, it's actually $262.50. We're just rounding off the numbers for simplicity's sake. All right? Now, the next thing that's going to happen is these 3 individuals that you gave it for to, guess what they're going to do? They're going to give a $25 activation token for to 3 of their closest friends. It could be a coworker, okay? It could be a pastor. It doesn't matter who it is. Now, same thing's going to happen. they're going to receive $260 directly deposited into their own co-op wallet account, just as you did. But as a consequence of them doing that, you're now going to receive up to $380 in monthly residual cash flow, and you had done nothing more. At that moment in time, you have enough going in your digital wallet to cover your monthly subscription. You're not coming out of pocket anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that. Look how quickly you can get your return on your initial capital outlay. For those of you who have a business owner's mindset. Now, what's going to happen now within 7 days? These three friends are going to give it forward to three of their closest friends. Same thing's going to happen. They're going to receive $260 just as you had done. All right. But as a consequence of that, your three closest friends are up to $380 in monthly residual unavoidable cash flow. You're now up to $870 in monthly residual cash flow. That is 3 weeks in. Now, for a lot of people, that can cover a monthly car payment and insurance at that moment in time. So literally, we're going to show every person how to go from financial relief to financial independence, meaning being free from a job, to financial interdependence, meaning creating true wealth, okay? Now, when this group of three gives it forward to three people, guess what's going to happen? Same thing happens with mathematical certainty. They're going to receive $260 in monthly residual cash flow directly deposited into their own co-op wallet account. And guess what happens? Because of that, $380 here. And because of that, your original three, 1 week behind you, is at $870 in monthly residual cash flow. But because of that, and you've done nothing more, you're now up to $2,490 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Now, let's pause here for a moment, and I want you guys to think about how powerful that is, because for many people, this could cover, all right, your monthly mortgage payment. I want everybody on the line with monthly responsibility, and for most people, it's their monthly mortgage payment. So imagine in 4 weeks' time, not only you, but three of your closest friends, okay, or anyone that can fog up a mirror, you can show them with mathematical certainty, no guesswork, a simple choice and not a chance to cover their monthly mortgage payment, ladies and gentlemen, to the highest jackticity with this one here, okay? Now, let's keep it moving forward. This group of three gives it forward to three people, and we're not recruiting. We're giving something forward to people. We're not asking anyone to do anything that doesn't have their best interest in hand. Think about that for a moment. So now $260 gets deposited into their accounts. Because of that, and no one's done anything more but complete the two simple steps. This group's $380 in monthly residual cash flow, $870 here. Because of that, your original three up to $2,490. And because of that, you're now up to $5,380 in unavoidable cash flow. Now, here's a true fact here. Over 61% of people around the world, okay, especially here in the United States, that make a six-figure, okay, live paycheck to paycheck, meaning they are one paycheck away from being out on the streets. And here, we have a simple choice that they can make to be a part of our ecosystem to create unavoidable cash flow that will propel them to live a life by design rather than living one by default. People, this is insane. It's so simple to do. So when these group of three give it forward to three people, same thing is going to happen. They receive $260 here, but because of that, no one's done anything more. This group is $380 in monthly residual cash flow, $870, $2,490. Your original three are now up to $5,380. They're a week behind you with this execution and game plan. And because of that, you're now up to $17,910 per month in unavoidable cash flow. Okay? So I want you guys to view it this way. This is the way I like to articulate it. Imagine going to a concert. It's called the Freedom Concert. All right? And it's in this huge arena, and there's not a bad seat in the house. And the only thing that is required, get your ticket, and you get 3 tickets that you're going to give forward to 3 of your closest friends who are going to invite 3 of their closest friends, and you simply get in line. And in organized fashion, we go into this concert called Freedom, not a bad seat in the house. That's all this is. Now, when this group of 3 gives it forward to 3, same thing happens, $260 here. But because of that, there's a domino effect, a chain reaction. $380 here, $800. 2,490, 5,380. Your original three are now up to 17,910. And because of that, you're up to $41,830 in unavoidable cash flow, completing 2 simple steps one time. This isn't hard labor, you guys. This isn't backbreaking work. We're not doing road construction here. This is neck up money. This is how wealthy people play. Now, when this group of 3 gives you 4 to 3, same thing, 260 here. But because of that, 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 you're now up to $107,440 in monthly unavoidable cash flow. 6 figures, okay, monthly. Now, when this thing happens here, this group gives it 4 to 3 people, same thing. Because of that, because of that, because of that, 2 simple steps done one time within 7 days or less, you're now up to $427,000 in unavoidable cash flow, okay? Now, this is 9 weeks in. Let's take it to the 10th week. If it's done with mathematical certainty where everyone does it in 7 days or less. Now, here's what I want everyone to understand is this. If you don't do it in 7 days or less, don't worry, do it the next week, all right? If you don't do it in the second week, don't worry, do it the next week. The key is doing it before you have to come back around and pay out for some more tokens because it is a subscription based, right? So when you do it in 7 days or less and you get your 3 to do it, you're never coming out of pocket again and say one time out of pocket, all right? So now, because of that, you have $260 here, $380 here, $870, $2,490, $5,380. Because of that, because of that, because of that, your original 3 are now up to $427,000 in monthly unavoidable cash flow. And because of that, you're now up to $1.7 million. And ladies and gentlemen, this is with mathematical certainty. It's like a GPS, all right? If you put in the coordinates from where you're at today and you put in the address, and let's say you've never been there before, you've never been to $1.7 million a month in cash flow. You've never been to $427,000 residual cash flow. You've never been to $107,000 a month in residual cash flow or $41,000 or even $17,000 for a lot of people. It doesn't matter. If you put the address in the GPS, it will take you turn by turn with certainty to your destination, right? It's the same thing here, okay? And so that's how powerful this thing is, and it's an infinity. Now, let me address this for some people because I've been around the block, right? And a lot of people are always looking for reasons why something won't work. So I've had people say, well, Greg, it's great. I like what you're saying here, but what if I'm the planet that gets involved and there's not 3 more people to give it forward to? Guess what? We just open up another account again and keep the party going. How many of you have more than one account? Maybe you have more than one bank account. Maybe you have more than one PayPal account. Maybe more than one Cash App account. Does that make sense, everyone? This is an infinity sign. This has no beginning nor no end, and it's here to facilitate the growth. It only expands. There is no saturation with this one here, okay? Now, so we give one time to receive all the time, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that for a moment. You give one time in order to receive all the time. And that they say it's better to give than it is to receive. And a lot of people don't understand why that's so powerful. The reason why it's so powerful is because it's the giving that begins and starts the receiving process. If you don't give, you can't expect to receive. So it's based on principles. All right. So every time a token is given forward, there's a chain reaction that takes place. So everyone wins in a cooperative system. And that's what has us so excited. Our whole goal is to help people all around the world to become smarter than money with this program. Okay? Now, let me share with you guys the good way to get started. We just talked about the great. We realize everyone may not be able to see or can afford the $364 plus exchange fees out the gate. We have a global community here. We have people from different parts of the world that their money doesn't stretch as far. Like in South Africa, they deal with in Rand. So we want to make sure that anybody can participate. And the beautiful thing is that this is built on the blockchain, which allows us to be a global network. So we don't have to worry about exchange fees, changing dollars to euros and all that. It's done in cryptocurrency. All right. So here's the good one. Step number 1, you simply buy 3 Co-op Wallet activation tokens for a one-time out of pocket. for $84 plus exchange fees. And what you get for that are 3 $25 activation tokens. Step number 2, same thing as the best part, the best solution. You simply choose 3 friends to give a $25 Quant Wallet activation token to within 7 days, just one time. But you're only going to do that for 3 of your friends who are committed to doing the exact same steps 1 and 2 one time. That's it. You're done. We mean that. That's it. You're done. Now, here's how it works with this. When you give a $25 activation token to 3 friends who decide to come on the $84 plus exchange fees, you're going to receive $26 in monthly residual cash flow directly deposited into your own co-op wallet. Now, here's the thing why we talk about the best option, because I don't know about you, all right? I understand the difference between cost and value. A lot of people know the cost of everything, but they know the value of very little. Same amount of time to put people involved and get people involved in this particular project, whether it's the 364 or the 84. But I'd rather receive 260 rather than 26. But you want to get in where you feel most comfortable. We understand that. When these 3 give it forward to 3 of their closest friends within 7 days, same thing happens. They're going to receive $26 just as you did. But as a consequence of that, you're now up to $38. So all the numbers are just 10 times less. When they give it forward to 3, same thing, $26, $38. But because of that, you're up to $87. There is no seniority here or anything like that. Everyone gets paid and receive compensation the exact same way. That's what happens in a decentralized environment. And guess what? You are an owner of your co-op wallet. You don't own Cash App. You don't own PayPal. This is willable, sellable. You can give it away. It is yours. And then when these 3 give it forward to 3, they receive $26. But because of that, you're at $249 in unavoidable residual cash flow. Now, 4 weeks in, remember, in the best way, you're at $2,490. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have $2,490 than $249. But once again, everyone can't afford to do it that way, and we understand that. We want everyone around the world to participate. But let's keep this party going here. This thing lights up like a Christmas tree, you guys. I think you guys understand how the 2 steps work. It triggers unavoidable cash flow for anyone, all right? You don't have to, it doesn't matter. You don't have to understand everything about cryptocurrency. This is not about trading or speculating and guessing or gambling. This is a simple choice and not a chance. I want you guys to think about that. When we talk about a choice and not a chance, when we talk about mathematical certainty, we're talking about guarantee. Now, we're not allowed to say guarantee or anything like that, but that's how you need to be thinking about this when you say a choice and not a chance. All right? And when they give it forward to 3, this is how it works. So 10 weeks in, you're at $175,589 in unavoidable monthly residual cash flow. And all anyone is doing is completing the 2 simple steps just one time. Okay? Here's the infinity sign. All right? So this is your money. And that's what I'm so excited about. So Co-op Wallet is like your own online digital bank on the blockchain. It's going to empower you and allow you to receive your royalties immediately. You're able to secure and store your residuals online, withdraw your money when you want to do it. I want you guys to think about this, living a lifestyle where you wake up when you get through sleeping, you go on vacation, you're not punching the clock, but roughly around 1 or 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you just look at your phone and you have deposits coming in, all right, on that day. And that day could be $200 in deposits. But 28 days later from there, that $200 can grow to $400 because your cooperative begins to have a life all by itself. And in 28 days from that, that $400 can grow to $600. You're talking about a project when this thing gets going that you can be generating income every second of every minute of every hour of every day of your life by showing people how to franchise 2 simple steps for unavoidable cash flow. Okay? So your referrer brought you here because they're ready to give you an account activation token. Whoever brought you here, they got one locked and loaded for you when you're ready to commit to do the 2 steps yourself. And so you're going to simply reconnect with the member that shared this information with you. And what they're going to then do, if you like, they can demonstrate how simple it is to open up a free Co-op Wallet account. And then they'll assign you an activation token. And anytime we do these overviews, there's always 3 types of people. There's they should say just 3 accounts, 2 steps. That was me. That was me. It's like, really, this is the simplest thing I've ever seen in my life. It wasn't a thought of, well, what if I can't find 3? We don't think like that in Smarter Than Money. It's when you do find 3, what's going to happen to your life, okay? This isn't one of those things. This is a choice and not a chance. So for those of you that are A, let's go. I'm going to welcome you to the team. We're going to change a lot of people's lives together. Then there's the B. Can we refer more than 3? And the answer to that is absolutely. You can refer more than 3. And you're going to be compelled to do so, just like I was compelled to do so, just like Douglas Forrest compelled to do so, or Bridget Copeland-Harris and many other leaders on this line. Because once you begin to understand how this thing can change people's lives, you'll want to share with people. Why wouldn't you share a good thing with people? If you had the cure for cancer, would you share that with anyone that had cancer? Yes, you would. There's a lot of people that have financial cancer out here, and we have the cure for them. The C is I don't see it, okay? And let me be the first to apologize, because that means I didn't do my job. I didn't do a good enough job of articulating and sharing the information with you. And sometimes this can come at you real fast, especially from someone like me who gets very excited because I know what it's doing for people's lives. I want to encourage you to go to our team website, okay? And that is smarterthanmoney.com. All right, www.smarterthanmoney.com. And when you go there, there's a 3-step process. You'll find out more about our organization. You'll see exactly how it works. You'll see a demonstration of the back office as well, how our free co-op wallet actually works. So what we've done is we've just removed all the excuses. We have all green lights with this project here. And after being in the space, in the people-to-people space, peer-to-peer space for so many years, I can honestly tell you guys, well over 20 years, that I've never in my life seen anything so straightforward and so succinct as what Co-op Crowd is all about. So let me do this here real quickly, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share. And what I like to do is really take the time for any guests that may be on the line that have any questions or anything like that. And if there's no guests that have a question, then if there's any leader or anyone that has anything they want to add, it would be the time to do so. So any guests on the line have a specific question that they'd like for me to entertain?